Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Saturday Morning Dad Jokes. I am Tom.
And I'm Mike. This is our 11th episode.
Whew. Wheels keep on churning.
They do. How are you this morning?
I'm good. Pretty excited. I got my first viewer mail came in last
Oh,
week,
oh,
and
really?
it was a gift. Yeah, and I was pretty excited. I'm like, this is awesome. Um, it's from your mom, but it's related to the show.
Okay.
So I do have two models to show off. It's clothing. Um,
Oh, well, maybe you should wait because she keeps on asking me if I got something in the
oh
mail.
shoot! Oh,
So you had to wait. You got to wait till next week because then I'll have mine and then we can share. So I don't know what it is.
damn!
So now the power is in your
My
hands.
two models are going to be disappointed, but that's okay.
Oh, well, they can show it off. It's fine.
No, they're not animated models, so
Oh,
they're
okay.
they're not like there's nobody's really going to be offended. All right, so we'll wait till next week to show off the swag, even though
Okay.
and I mean, hey, I'll take it. Like I appreciate the it's themed. Yes, it's
Okay.
appropriate for the show. So
Cool.
you'll be excited. I I I'm almost like I almost want to jump the line and just share now, but I won't. I won't. I'm gonna hold it together like a kid at Christmas. I'm not gonna run ahead of my brother and see
That's
what's under the
right.
tree. So
That's right. I have waited a year and 3 months to go to a bar. I'm now fully vaccinated.
and you
Gonna
get
go have a
tonight.
beer in a bar this afternoon
Without a
here
mask.
in here in Ole. That's
Oli.
what they call
Oh,
Olympia,
oh,
Ole.
Oli. Okay, I
And
got
I
you.
said I first time I saw it, I said Ollie, and everybody laughed at
Yeah,
me.
that's what I would have said. That's
I
totally
was
what I was.
like,
Yeah.
you, wow,
Is
you
this a normal
people.
bar that you go
Yeah,
to
it is.
like
It
on
is
a?
a normal bar.
Okay, gotcha. Didn't
It
know
is
if
a
it was
normal
like
bar.
a speakeasy or
But
anything. Okay, gotcha.
no. So we're gonna try something new this show. We're
Mm-hmm.
gonna start with a what I'm gonna call a pre-digested joke or a canned joke
Okay,
that's already
sure.
already written.
Yeah, yeah.
So this already exists. It's
Okay.
out there. It's not original, and we're just gonna review it. We're just gonna chat about it. No
Oh,
pressure.
so I'm leaning back, preparing to just chat about it.
Okay. And this joke comes to us from MSN Lifestyle.
Oh, the authority on jokes. Yes.
Starting jokes. And there are a lot here. There's a bunch here, but I'm actually going to do this one
Mm-hmm.
uh, because uh, actually I'm not going to do that one. This I was going to do can February March no, but April May. I was going to do that joke, but I'm not going to do that joke because this episode probably won't air till June. So okay, but
That's
here's
fair.
the joke I'm going to do. Here's the joke I'm going to do.
Okay.
Uh, uh, what's orange and sounds like a parrot?
I guess I'm supposed to have heard of this one. I don't know that
What's orange and sounds like a parrot?
I don't know.
You're overthinking this. A carrot.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's in line with the stuff that we write.
That's it's amazing
Uh-huh.
how you can read something and just feel better about yourself.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, that one's been out there for a while. You're right. I do remember hearing that years ago.
Yeah. So uh, uh, reviewing this,
Mm-hmm.
um, maybe next episode you can read one to me. So
Yeah.
but reviewing this joke here provided to us by MSN Lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if this article has a writer. No, Claire Nowak and Carolyn Fanning are the credited authors of this article.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, but what do you think?
I mean, I think it's a solid dad joke in terms of material. I think it's like I would give it a solid 7 out of 10, maybe 8 out of 10. Um,
Are you grading too easy?
No, I think it
I
meets.
think we need a.
Yeah.
Should we have a scale? Should it be 1 to 10 or should it be 1 to 5? I feel like 1 to 5 is better, and you shouldn't be able to split the things. It's either like
Well,
a one.
I don't think I've given anything a 5 intentionally, just because like knowing that
So it's a 4 then.
we can do 1 to 5, just like 5 stars or yeah,
But you
five.
can't split star
Well,
because then
right,
it's a scale of 10.
right. 1 to 5 is fine, and we could it could be like 1 to 5 dad heads or something, or 1 to 5 dads. Yeah, like how many?
Okay.
So I would give this a
1 to 5 guffaws.
I would give this a 3.
Okay. You ready?
What would you give it?
I think a 3. Or let's do our 3 guffaws. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I can't. I'm gonna get choked. I can't. I don't have the lung capacity to do that right now. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So
3.
okay. And I don't know. I'll share that link with you
So
for our viewers,
okay,
out there,
that
in
sounds
case
like.
you want to read this article.
So are we gonna put? This is the same criteria now we're gonna use for our jokes, obviously. Okay. Because it would not be fair to switch, kind of on our 11th
No,
episode. I mean, I think it makes sense. I think we're refining things, and it
you're
makes
refining.
sense. Yeah.
Okay. And I'll make a note that I told that joke this week.
And the
And
pressure's on me for next week. Okay.
yeah, so you will read it.
Well,
Can't.
and then the other thing we need to make sure we're covering is what is it safe for all audiences, and I think
Oh, I think so.
yeah, especially it's being published on MSN. Like they're not
Lifestyle,
lifestyle. Yeah, they're not trying to alienate anybody.
right?
Um,
They didn't make a Bill Gates joke. Too easy.
that's true. That's true. Yeah. So yeah, just making sure
Didn't
that we're
leave any windows open there.
no, no. God, was that your joke for this week?
No,
Okay, good.
I just wrote that.
Okay, save it for next week.
Okay.
Nobody's listening anyway. No, just kidding. All right. So I guess I'll go dive right into my joke if that's cool. Unless you had another thing
Nope.
you want to look at.
I'm ready.
Okay. And for once, I'm proud of myself. And as you know, I share when I'm proud of myself. I don't have any issues with that. Uh, some would say maybe no issues with self-esteem on this end. And so I texted you last night and said I've already got my joke. Like I didn't create this 30 minutes prior to us recording.
And I did feel the burn because I've been very busy, and I was like, oh my god, because I was watching Aliens with my wife. I'm watching all 80s sci-fi movies over again
Ooh,
now,
I like that.
and and I was like, ah, he's writing jokes. I gotta up my game. So, but anyway, I felt a bit of pressure.
Well, that's good. Pressure's good. So this this was inspired by my son. Once
Hmm.
again, he's good at kind of just giving me little nuggets that I can take and run with. Um, so here it goes. Um, what do you call an insect that is too short to kiss other insects?
What do you call an insect that is too short to kiss
Hmm.
other insects? I don't know.
A locust. But don't bump. And
That
it's
is very good.
it's 2 weeks in a row. Like last week was the
Cicada
cicadas.
joke.
Yeah, and I was
Cicada.
like, man, I'm on an insect kick. So
Yeah. Well, they're real. They're really happening. Are they that bad in Ohio?
yeah, they're bad.
Our friend in
Yeah.
Baltimore shared some images
Hmm.
with us of the locusts.
They're everywhere. Like you can't walk outside without getting hit in the face. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty. It's a real thing. So yeah, the low kiss. My son's known for he loves to go around and do what he calls butt hugs. And because he's short, he runs up and gives mom and dad butt hugs, which he thinks is funny. And that it kind of like he said something else about like, well, I'm gonna also give you a low kiss, and I was like, oh, that sounded like he said low kiss.
You just gave me a joke,
Right,
son.
right. And so I kind of thought about that over the week and how I could, yeah. So just speaking of joke development, there's a little peel back behind the curtain of my simple brain.
How it works.
Right.
How the magic happens.
That's how the magic happened.
I would say,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Now that
one to five. Yeah.
1 to 5. Now that we've committed to this scale, I'm going to say a 4.
Okay.
And this is why.
Mhm.
This is why I like this joke a lot.
Mhm.
The cicada though is a 5.
Oh, I get it.
K-Dub.
I get it. No, it's definitely
Because
not.
you can do the
Yeah,
K-Dub.
I know. Everybody I've told the
That's
cicada's a
that's
classic.
gold. That's the bar.
Yeah, that may get passed around and become a thing. Like, you know.
It may.
Yeah.
It may become a thing. It's that good.
Right.
K-Dub.
But yeah, you're right. This is definitely. I don't even claim that this is on that level.
But
But
it's a 4.
it's a dad joke. It's a
dad joke.
Yeah,
It's
like
it's the carrot parrot joke.
right.
Come
Exactly.
on, MSN Lifestyle.
It's in the same category as that. Yes.
Why is that joke not on your page? Because you heard it here first.
Exactly. You don't have a Tom or a Mike working for you yet.
Right. Yet. MSN Lifestyle.
We're looking for sponsors.
Yeah, so I would say a 4. 4.
Okay.
4.
Okay. And is it appropriate for just about any audience?
Yeah, and definitely appropriate now with the locust. I guess I don't know what would you call it, the locust,
Cicadas, plague.
the plague.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's appropriate. I think you could tell it at low kiss. You could. I don't see places you couldn't tell it.
Yeah. I mean, there's not too many insects that are going to be offended. So
Right.
cool. Okay. Well, short and simple for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Now the pressure's on. What's
I know.
yours?
What's episode 12 going to be? Holy
I
smokes.
feel like I have a lot to live up to.
Okay. Shall I do mine?
Yeah.
All right. So actually, this is interesting that we're talking about this, like, classic jokes, because mine is a It starts with a classic joke, which you've probably heard before.
Maybe.
I'm guessing you've heard this one, but or version of it.
Mm-hmm.
But so the version of the joke, or the joke is, what did the constipated mathematician do? You've heard this before, I assume.
I mean, maybe. So far, I don't know the punchline.
He worked it out with a pencil. So that's the version of the joke. Okay. And it's been told before.
I don't think I've heard that one, honestly.
You haven't heard it? Vicar Dibley, they do it, a version of it on there.
Okay.
But do you know where the joke was first recorded?
Ooh.
The first
You're right.
recording of that joke. The Book of Deuteronomy.
Nice. You had me going. Like I was thinking you're being, and I didn't realize it was a joke. That was good. Yeah, that was a good. That's like a layup in basketball. Like you were that was like you had an assist. Like, whew, that was a team effort, but it got there. I like it.
Got there.
Yeah, and it was like the other team didn't see it coming, and I was the other team. It's like behind the back. Oof. Because I thought you were still talking about that joke, which you were, but yeah, I like it. I would give it a. Whew. I mean, I'd give it a solid 4.
I think so too.
Because it's building off of a body of work that.
I don't know that you could tell it in church, maybe, but I don't know. It's not really.
do, do. Yeah, maybe. It depends on the church. I guess it depends on how orthodox they are. In my church, it would be just fine.
It would be just fine.
But I can think of other churches that I have attended as a guest, and I would not be welcomed back if that was told. Right?
Yeah. I've attended some of these churches as a guest too.
Right. We all have.
Not asked back.
Right.
They saw me coming.
Yep. But beyond a handful of houses of worship, as you say, I don't know that there's anybody else that would be overly offended. I mean, kids would love that joke. Like,
big with kids.
Yeah.
Doo-doo.
Yeah, anything that's doo-doo or flatulence related.
Raspberries.
Like all that. Yes, exactly. That all goes over well. Trust me. Yes. Especially considering just yesterday, my son came into my office and said, "Hey, Dad, do you know where my other poop monster is?" And I was like, "I found this one." And he does. He had it's called a poop monster. He purchased a poop monster, and he can't find his other one, and he lost it. And I'm like, "What? When I was a kid, this was not a thing. Like, we maybe talked about it, but like you didn't buy things off the shelf that were called like poop monsters."
It definitely something has, as scatologically driven as I sometimes still am, in my sense of humor.
Yeah.
I do agree. There was a shift. And I wonder where that began.
I think I know.
I mean, Nickelodeon sort of kind of ushered in some of that gross out humor.
A little bit, but in terms of which you could purchase, I think I know.
What?
Garbage Pail Kids. I think that was a little bit of a shift.
Yeah, it was. And it was about that time. It was definitely about that time and now, I mean, you're right, like, because I walk through the store, Target sometimes, and look at the games. Chrissy buys puzzles. Sometimes I buy myself
toys.
Sometimes I buy myself toys. I did buy a Transformer the other week. I'm embarrassed to buy myself. I was like,
no.
"Hey, Chrissy, I really need this Transformer." She's like, "Why do you need that?" And
which one did you get? The cassette one, or like which one did you get?
They had a really cool RC.
Okay.
From who was first introduced in Transformers, I believe, the movie. And then we watched the movie. Chrissy's like, "This is nonsense." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I cried.
The movies are not the best.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the $750 Optimus Prime that you
No. Okay. It was still probably too much. I think it was like $15.
Okay. I was just hopeful. But the fact that you even got one is awesome.
But anyway, but doo-doo humor, and they have like doo-doo board games, and like
everywhere.
It's like it's pretty, it's a bit odd, but it's apparently children love it.
Yeah, it makes my life easier. Yeah, one less thing that's taboo for me to talk about, I guess.
And it really is. It's called a doo-doo monster. This toy.
Yeah, it was a.
That's the name, like on the blister pack.
Yeah, it was it was a kit that we bought, and it was a sanitation truck, and it had a bunch of porta potties with it, and it had two doo-doo monsters that were inside the porta potties, and like this truck would go and you would pick up the porta potties, these little tiny porta potties, and it's got like a suction device that you're supposed to like pull out the
This is like setting kids up to like want to watch Adam Sandler films.
Yes, absolutely.
Back to back.
Yeah, right. And think it's funny. Yeah, right. Yeah. So anyway, I like
that. Then you show your kids something like Punch Drunk Love, and they're like, "Why is this not funny?"
True.
What happened to Adam Sandler? Why is he not the funny man anymore?
Well,
and you're like, "Child, because this is cinema."
Right. And he was already struggling to be funny in the first place. But anyway, I digress. So, two good written
Too good.
jokes that
Too,
that we developed today and
yep.
brought to you at no cost.
Yep.
Um, MSN, reach out if you want some more.
Yep.
Uh, was there anything else that you wanted to cover?
Not other than see you next week. Get vaccinated.
Get vaccinated so you can go to a bar
So you can
like
go to a
Mike.
bar in
Um,
the afternoon and have a have a brew and some fries.
that's
That's what I
great.
would do.
That's great. And by next week we will be able to share, hopefully, if the USPS works out, um,
Yeah.
the swag that you are going to receive that we can finally. I'll bring my models out and we'll share.
Yes. See you next week.
Have a good one.